Hey, what's up, guys? This is Tim,
This is Eli.
and this is Top 5 with Tim. We're going to go through Eli's top 5 board games right now. We're going to see what he has to offer us. So, then this is all stuff that you've played since we opened?
Yep, I played every single game.
Perfect. So, it's all kind of stuff you had a chance to play from being part of the store, so it's kind of a good community thing, too. So,
Yep.
What do you got for number 5?
All right, my number 5 pick is Dead of Winter.
Oh, that is a good game.
It is extremely fun. It is co-op and competitive at the same time, which is something I really enjoy with games. The only thing that I don't like about it is there is a bajillion different pieces to set this up with.
There are a lot of pieces.
You have different tokens for different things. You have zombie tokens, you have character tokens, and more of these tokens can get added in through the gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
So things can get they can grow exponentially larger while you're playing it, and it takes forever to set up and take apart. But the gameplay itself is well worth it. If you're playing with a group of people that know what they're doing, this game is a blast.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I love that the possibility of the trader. I think that we did an unboxing of this. We started it as kind of a there goes some of those games. That's all right. That's all right. We'll get them in a second. But it's almost like a social experiment because there could be a trader.
Yeah.
While you're dealing with a high stress situation, even though it's a board game, it's very stressful. These zombies breaking into the colony and all that, and you potentially see people turn on each other very quickly.
Yeah, because nobody knows what's really going on. This is a P versus E game, player versus environment, and all the MMO players out there know what that means. So you're dealing with zombies, you're dealing with shortages of food and shelter and trying to barricade, and there's a plethora of different things that could happen in this game. And then on top of that, you got to worry about whether another player is gunning for you or your other companions.
Oh yeah.
And you won't know that until you reveal them in some mechanic of the game.
Oh yeah.
And they might not even get revealed until the very end. You don't even know.
Yeah.
So this game is really fun. It puts you on the edge. It really brings out the zombie genre lover in me because I do love that kind of apocalyptic genre with zombies and things of that nature. So my fifth choice for top 5 would be Dead of Winter.
Yeah, that's a hell of a game, and I really like what they did with the zombie genre in this game. I think they did a really good job of it.
I think so too. It's a really great game. It's great value for its price.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a game you need to check out with your friends.
Oh, yeah.
If you're all new to it, it's going to take a little bit to get going, but once you know what you're doing.
And we're definitely going to do a playthrough on the channel too, one of these days. This might be one of the first games we do. So
yeah, it's a
great one. Really can you reach number 4?
Yeah, my number 4 is going to be Settlers of Catan.
Oh, a classic.
I love this game. When I first started playing this game earlier this year, I couldn't get enough of it. I started getting online because they have an online version of this.
Oh, okay.
Because I couldn't get together with my friends all the time to play it. So I started playing this online against other people. And but the board game is definitely a must-have for. I mean, it's family friendly. It's got to deal with like commerce and diplomacy and strategy, and it's just really fun, and it's simple too. It's not difficult to set up. The rules are easy to learn, and you can play with like your family, your friends.
Oh yeah. That gets played quite a bit here. It's a lot. I think it's several people's favorite game, and it's a classic.
Yeah.
You know, in a lot of stores you go to, you know, if they major maybe in comic books and other things like that, you're gonna see Catan there. Even at most stores that maybe only do Magic stuff, and if they have some board games, you're gonna see Catan.
Yeah, because this isn't like gamer community exclusive. Like, you know, older generation people know of Catan. Like my father knows about it. My friends' parents know about it. They play it. They know what it's about.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like a newer generation thing, like maybe Dead of Winter would be.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoy this game. They have a few expansions for it as well that are really fun. And overall, it's just a great game.
Oh yeah, it's a classic, man. Classic. So number 4 is Catan. What do you got for number 3?
Number 3 is Betrayal. What is it? Betrayal at House on the Hill. I sometimes have a hard time remembering how the title of this game goes.
Yeah, it's a weird kind of title, but
Betrayal at House on the Hill.
yeah,
A strategy game by Bruce Glasses. This game is really, really fun. It's definitely one of those co-op / competitive games. I'm sure you've heard about this from other videos as well. I think Chris talked about it.
Yeah, Chris loves that game.
I
think he only played it once.
I played this game several times. Now, this game is really cool because you start off, and I'm going to give you the rundown again, so anyone who's seen previous videos, sorry. But the way this game works is you are a bunch of explorers in a haunted house. And the haunted house is represented by a bunch of these little tiles that you set down on the board. And then you explore this house, and every room you explore, certain things will happen to you, certain events will happen that could affect your character. And without getting too much detail, at one point in the game, the haunt will be revealed and the tables will turn. A certain player will end up being a traitor, and then all of a sudden everyone's scrambling to try to survive what's going on.
Now, I asked Chris this, is there always a traitor?
There is not always a traitor.
Okay.
Sometimes they're just events that happen that trigger another player versus environment game, and all the players are still cooperative with each other, and they just have to try to survive what's happening. Okay. So the traitor, there won't necessarily be a traitor every single time.
Right.
But probably about 80% of the time there will be. And the cool thing with this is there are 50 different scenarios that you can play to as the haunts get revealed.
Oh, wow.
And the way I see it is this is $50. You're paying $1 per scenario.
Right.
That's
There's a ton of replayability.
There's a ton of replayability because the traitor happens based on certain cards that you draw, where you're at when it happens.
Yeah.
And it's just really, really fun. I've gotten, I think, 5 different scenarios so far that I've played. And this most recent one that I played last night was really fun.
Oh, you played last night? Perfect.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. I love this game. Recommend it for everybody.
Good. Well, that must be a good one because I can't remember if Chris did Dead of Winter also, but they're just great games. Great top 3. What's number 2?
Number 2, and this is something I also played last night, was Mysterium.
Is that the first time you played it?
No, that would be the third time I played it.
Oh, Mysterium's great.
Yeah, every Saturday night I started having like this kind of board game night at my house.
Cool. Thanks for the invite, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, my house is really a little apartment.
I'm kidding. I work here anyway.
Yeah, you play these games all the time. But Mysterium, I love this game. The artistry of this game is really, really phenomenal.
Awesome,
I think. Yeah, and it's just really fun. If you like Clue on steroids, as Chris so eloquently put it in his video, it really describes it to a T.
Yeah.
It really does. It is literally like that. But it's just really immersive. The artwork is great. The goal is you have to try to get through these different stages in guessing certain people, locations, and weapons. And then at the very end, you all have to come to a unanimous decision on what the final person is. And you get to make these guesses based on these abstract, pretty much like tarot cards almost. They have this tarot card template to them, and they have these really awesome pictures painted on them with crazy colors and crazy symbolism and imagery, very abstract looking.
It really
cards.
is like a dream.
Yeah.
Like you're getting dream cards, and it's really like trying to interpret a dream.
Exactly.
And the best part is it's co-op, so everybody's working together, and the ghost is trying to help you, but sometimes it feels like they're trying to throw you off the scent, and they're really not.
The most frustrating thing about being a ghost is when you give someone a vision and that you made a specific connection with to a certain card that they have to guess for, and they make the complete different connection to another card.
Did you guys win?
Yes, we played twice last night. One person was a ghost for the first time, and that one was down to the wire.
Oh yeah.
We had one turn left, and everyone had to guess correctly for that last turn to be able to make it to the final stage.
Did everybody get to see all 3 cards at the end for the clairvoyant points and stuff? Like we'll do a review of it, but.
The first game, it was only me and one other person. The second game, no one got to 3.
Oh no!
So the second game,
that makes it hard.
There was only two visions, but we won the second game too.
Cool.
So we won. The players won both times. This is a completely cooperative game. There is no competition whatsoever. So if you have people who don't really like to be that competitive style, this game is definitely a game for everybody to play.
Co-op seems to be, and we talked with Chris about this on the other video, but co-op seems to be kind of I wouldn't say an emerging genre, but people really enjoy the co-op games because everything's always so competitive. Yep. It's always like I'm going to beat you. Like 40K is like that one-on-one. You're going to beat the other player. But the co-op games, you get a chance to sit down
and actually play with your
friends. Try to beat the game. And a lot of these games are difficult.
Yep. Like this game is not easy. I can tell you that right now. If you don't have an imagination, it's going to be difficult. If you're a very logical thinker, it is going to be difficult because the card that the ghost gives you might not be a logical card. They might just be focusing on one thing in that card to represent one card, like a color. You know?
Yeah, and there's so many other imagery, so much other imagery on the card.
Yeah, so it's very easy to misinterpret a card and go down the wrong path, but that's what makes this game fun. Is you never know what you're going to get, and it's really great. I enjoy this game.
Well, that's a good top 4, but what do you have for number 1?
Number 1, and this
drum roll, please.
And this brings out the child in me. My number 1 is Boss Monster. Yep, it's a card game based on old retro style video games, and
are those upside down?
I don't know, are they?
Yeah, they're...
Oh, lucky me! I didn't know how to put them down.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is an awesome game.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. It brings out the old school gamer in me. As you can see, the packaging actually represents old school cartridges like Super Nintendo. This expansion pack right here looks like a little box that a Game Boy game would come in.
Oh, it's awesome.
And the point of this game is you are playing a boss in a dungeon, and your whole goal is try to lure this pool of heroes into your dungeon to collect their souls
and kill them.
And it's kind of like it's almost like a deck building kind of game, but instead of building a deck to win, you're building a dungeon for yourself.
Yeah.
And you're trying to also sabotage other dungeons for other players so they don't get the heroes that you want.
Yeah, because you're trying to collect souls through your dungeon.
Yup. And so are they.
Yeah, and you're competing against other bosses. And I like the tongue-in-cheek kind of humor in a lot of the cards.
Yeah, they make a lot of references to actual like video game characters and different things that are in mainstream video games like Mario. Like an example, one card in here is a hero. It's a level 20 hero. It's called the Brothers, and it's these two guys. They're dressed in a red and a green cloak. One's holding a hammer and the other one's holding a sword. And you can tell right off the bat that that's an amalgamation of Super Mario Bros.
Oh yeah.
And it's really cool. They have a whole bunch of different things like that in this game. You can see the references if you're an old school gamer. You can definitely catch them. This game is by far my favorite tabletop card game because it's just really fun, and I've always had fun with it.
Well, and the guys that did that, I believe, are two brothers, and that's the only game. I think brother-wise it makes it. But whoever makes it, I think it's two brothers, and they just kind of that's the only game they have right now. And it was a Kickstarter thing, and it's been really, really popular. When we were at MegaCon, we sold out of those, and we've had a hard time keeping those in stock here at the store because it's just.
Yeah, I remember that because I went up there and I was going to buy a copy, and it was sold 2 seconds after I got there.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was really cool to see people kind of grab onto a grassroots game like that.
Yep.
And they really did a great job with the nostalgia of the artwork and stuff like that. Like you said, it pulls you in. It makes you think you're a child playing these
all the cards
8-bit games.
Yeah, all the cards are 8-bit style artwork, so it's really, really cool. If you're an old school gamer, you're going to get a kick out of this game. Your friends are going to get a kick out of this game, and it's just a good way to show even newer generation kind of kids, what it was back in the day.
Yeah, and really honestly, I think something that I've noticed at the store here is that bridge between video gamers and tabletop gamers, and that's a perfect kind of transition.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody grew up playing video games for the vast majority of us played video games growing up, and now to transition into the board games and tabletop games, that's a great transition piece.
It's very great. It's really cool. It's child friendly. It's family friendly. You can play it, and as you can see, there's a few different expansions. You got the main game right here, what they call classic mode. Then you have the level up version, which is an expansion to the main one. Then you have this booster pack, and then this little Game Boy packet of extra cards you can add to the game.
And the one we don't have in the frame right now is the limited edition with all the holographic cards too. So that's pretty cool.
And that ties into the whole trader card game where like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
Oh yeah, but that appeals to a whole nother niche of gamers. So that's perfect.
Yeah, it's really fun. By far my favorite so far.
Yeah. Well, good deal, man. I think you got a hell of a list here. I think you got a lot of good games. I'm going to re-rank them, though. I'm going to show you out of your 5, I'm going to show you what my top 5 would be.
Go for it.
And I did the same thing with Chris. We're going Mysterium, Dead of Winter, Boss Monster. Get this in the frame. The boxes are moving around. So this is my top 5 out of yours. Mysterium might be my favorite game right now. Dead of Winter, awesome game.
Yup, I agree.
Awesome game. A lot of great components. Boss Monster, I want to say it's kind of like an old favorite to me now since we've been open for some time, and that was one of the first games we played, and it's kind of like...
And it's consistently sold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it's kind of like an evergreen. I haven't had a chance to play Betrayal House on the Hill.
You haven't had a chance to
play it? I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But
oh my goodness.
That's not true. I played for as a stand-in for a very short amount of time.
Oh, that doesn't count. You got fully immersed in
right, but I've heard so many good things about this, and we can't keep it on the shelves. And Catan, I have never played.
You've never played Catan?
Never played Catan.
Oh my goodness. I think you would like that game.
I believe I would too, just from what I understand about it. But
yeah, it's really fun.
So real quick at the end here, this is your top 5. Rearrange how I would rank them. But what didn't make your top 5 list?
There are a couple games that make my top 5. Hive, I really enjoyed Hive. It's a pretty good. It's a pretty good combination of. I mean, I see it as a good combination of like dominoes and Go, and some people describe it as chess. But I like Hive. That's pretty cool. There's some other games that you actually don't have on the shelf that I like Channel A is a really cool card game.
I've never heard of that.
Channel A, it's like Snake Oil, where you have to pitch an idea based on cards that you draw. Oh, but instead of it being a product like Snake Oil, it's you're pitching an anime idea to a producer.
Okay. Oh, I have heard of that. I have heard of that.
And that one's really fun. I've had a lot of laughs at that one. There's a really obscure independent game called This Was Not Play Tested.
That's a good one too.
I really like that game. That one's really cool.
Ridiculous, but it's a good game.
It's very someone could win on their first turn. They could
you draw this card, you win.
It gets really ridiculous. They have blank cards that you can write on. It's like, hey, you must talk like a pirate for the next 3 turns, otherwise you lose, or something like that. It's really cool. I like that game. I haven't had a chance to play some of the other board games like Imperial Assault. I want to play that pretty bad. I love Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. That's a great game. That was actually going to be my last kind of parting question. From either what we have here or what you've seen, what's the next game you'd like to try?
Actually, the next game I would like to try is Imperial Assault.
Oh, it's a great one.
I mean, I'm getting that Star Wars kick, the new Star Wars movies.
It's about that time, man.
You know, I'm seeing all the Star Wars merchandise. I'm going to be starting up a Star Wars role-playing tabletop game. Yeah, man. But that's nostalgia too. Yup.
Just like this.
So Imperial Assault, when I play it, could end up being in my top 5.
Oh, it probably will be. That is an awesome game.
Yeah.
Another run through. We're gonna do a playthrough of that.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that one. That's probably on my top list right now to try out next.
Sweet. Well, you got any final thoughts on your top 5, top 8, whatever you wanna?
These games should belong on every shelf in America. They should.
I would agree. If you're a fan of board games, you picked a really good list too.
It's really awesome. You can play it with any age group. You can play it with anybody you want. I mean, this one might be a little bit. Want to keep that away from the younger folk, but like the kids. But
but most people watch The Walking Dead anyway, so that's
very true. So I mean, if you're a big Walking Dead fan, right here, you know. If you love like old school like mystery mystery house theater and spooks and stuff like that, these two right here are pretty cool. If you're more into diplomatic almost Monopoly style kind of gameplay, Catan's really awesome. If you love old style video games, Boss Monster's great. If you love all that kind of stuff,
get it all.
Set this on your Christmas list and hope someone gets you one.
Oh yeah, there's something for everybody. So all right, Eli, well, I appreciate it, and we'll get you in here for some other videos. Maybe we'll do a top 5 of something else sometime. And hopefully Imperial Assault will get up there for you one of these days.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
you'll really like it.
I'm sure it'll make a debut in the future.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure you comment. Let us know what you think about these games and maybe other games we forgot or omitted. Like the video, thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. So thanks for watching, guys. Yep.
Subscribe. I've already done it.
I've already done it. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Peace.